Just gonna start my stream now. Okay, welcome everyone. Questine here with more Shadowlands. Gonna head over into Castle Nathria. Kinda forgot my shadow core, but it's whatever. That's a lot of people. Biggest raid I've been part of, actually, so far in Shadowlands. So, this is gonna be Innerva, which is one of the more interesting boss fights, I guess you could say, in the game right now, in Castle Nathria. And then we have, then we're gonna go to Council and the other bosses, which I actually probably want to look up and open and find what kind of tactics that they do have. Maybe I want to set my raid setup to allow. I mean, it would be a bit ridiculous because we don't actually have 20, but we'll see.
Oi. Here.
Alright, so Innerva. Concealed passageway. So you were just farming gold, Denon? Or what?
I was just farming herbs to
Yeah.
make stuff. Now I'm just posting some stuff on the auction house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just, well, I need a lot of gold myself, like 5k or whatever, 6k, because I also need to, or want to go enchanting, but that's gonna take some time. Well, not as much as it could,
What
but...
what are you gonna drop for enchanting?
Well, I also need to level my Netherwing reputation. Once I get Netherwing exalted, I can get the trinket from them. And that's 45 stamina, and then I can drop engineering even. So, but I have mining right now. I'll drop it next week probably, once we're certain we have miners. Well, I guess Grim is a miner right now, so.
You don't need engineering for like a tank helm or anything?
The tank helm is not good for prop paladins.
Ah, okay.
Well, it's good for survival purposes in TBC, but the thing is, I'm at the stage where I really am just, like, I can't just focus on survival. Like, I need threat. We all do. Like on those infernals, the reason Warlocks pulled aggro twice is because I dropped, like, I know, 100 spell power or something like that for the sake of survivability, because, you know, the concern was obviously that survivability was an issue in the first in the first raid. So it's like I actually did what a memory tank did, which is I went for full on, yeah, it's LVOI. I went for full on fire resistance, but the problem with full fire resistance is that my threat drops like a brick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I mean, with people getting new gear, their threat's gonna go up.
I need tier 6 myself. Basically, I also need to be on pretty much every Magenta skill. I don't care if I have to respec ret, but I need to be on those skills until I get my boots, because those boots are the only spell power tanking boots for prop paladins in the game at the moment. Well, the only ones worth using, basically.
Are prop paladins the only ones that want them?
Yep.
That's easy.
Well, not so much, because most people wouldn't use a prop paladin on Magentas, so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if it was retail values, it would be, I would tell Varbane seriously. The thing is, Grim also needs the boss, because it drops bracers that are best in slot for him. So both of us want that boss for tanking loot that the other one doesn't want, right? So 3, 2. Check out the stream if you're interested, by the way. But you might want to mute the audio.
What's your handle? Oh, it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah, Serious Gaming. It's yeah, Cataclysm is not happening, KJ. I got replaced. I asked to be replaced before the raid because obviously streaming Kata has no real value at this point for me. And they decided to do it kind of like last moment. Oh, add. Okay. So yeah, no more Cataclysm. Full on Shadowlands and TBC. Which suits me just fine.
Accuser, you managed to escape my grasp, only to brazenly return to these halls alongside this ragged band of mortals.
People do we have?
Nathria has betrayed Revendreth by unleashing this anima into
That's a
the world.
lot of people.
Surely even a sycophant like you can see that.
What I see is a bold new future about to unfold. A future with no place for traitors like you!
You know, I kind of realized that I've been playing the game with ray tracing on. Wow, that is. I'm like, what? That's interesting.
How does it affect the performance?
Initially it did really hard, but then it's like, wait, did I just turn it on and and forgot to turn it off? I'm like, what? That's so weird. It doesn't make my performance because my FPS is capped anyway to 75, as you can see here. It would probably reach higher than that. It is a problem if I'm like... I don't know, I think Blizzard improved the performance of it by quite a bit. Because right now I am at the FPS cap. How's the stream for you? Is it nice and smooth or...
Yeah, smooth.
good quality?
Yeah.
Like you're in the game or something. Almost. Not quite, but yeah. For those interested, this is... what I'm showing here is like... I use this, it's like a sharpening filter of sorts. A clarity filter, more like. It makes the game look sharper. Like if I turn it off, this happens.
That's off, number 2.
Yeah,
You'll have to show me how to put that filter on sometime.
do you have an NVIDIA GPU?
Yeah.
Do you have GeForce Experience installed? If not, just
I'm pretty sure I do.
Yeah, Alt F3. And
Alt what? F3?
Alt F3 and details. It's called you click, or you can click Alt Z and then go to game filter.
I'm there. Game filter. Yeah.
Okay. Add filter. Details. And then turn down the bloom and the HDR toning to like 10-20%. And just set clarity to 100%. And that's exactly what I use.
Okay, you said bloom 20, clarity 100?
Bloom 0. Bloom 0. HDR toning
clarity
20.
100.
HDR toning 20% or so.
HDR toning 20. Okay.
Yeah, and clarity 100%, and that's it. That's my filter.
It reminds me of a game I used to play when I was a kid on. I don't remember, but it reminds me of some game, like either from Nintendo or something. I can't put my finger on it though. Yeah, I'll try it for a while. Oh no, you know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of Borderlands.
So yeah, Castle Nathria, I am aiming to clear it tonight. Yeah, I think it's kind of like Borderlands, because Borderlands is a very sharp game, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
But Borderlands has like an outline system. This is just like more clarity. I don't know. I feel like a lot of video games in trailers, because I talked with a friend of mine who actually used to work for Naughty Dog, I believe it was, and some of that. Or anyway, one of the big companies. He told me that the clarity filter is actually really good because it just makes your image look better. I don't know, like a lot of video games seem to have like these muddy images. Especially WoW because it's so old. Be it retail WoW or TBC or classic, whatever. But especially TBC. Okay. Our Demon Hunter is the best tanks in the game right now, boys and girls. You know, I think they made Demon Hunters the best tanks in the game or something.
What about warriors? What are they good at? Are they just like DPS monsters?
I think warriors are... I don't know how good warriors are as DPSers, to be honest. I mean, obviously I have an opinion about them in Mythic, which is like, I never want to take them in Mythic Plus. But, for 5 mins, that is. But when it comes to raiding, I have no clue about them as DPS. As tanks, I guess they're okay. But I think like it's Demon Hunters that... Yeah. Someone's saying on the chat that prop paladins can solo Mythic 0. That should give you an idea of how.
I would enjoy wrenching the sin.
Like literally solo it?
Well, you have strong healing.
Okay.
That's why.
Sin consumes your heart.
What's the difficulty you're playing right now? Is this like the easy difficulty?
Sin
It's normal.
consumes your heart.
I've done this boss before, by the way. Today even.
Bound by darkness. Your fates are linked.
Like that, Dad,
You
we
do
just...
raids this big over and over again in one day, or was it like yesterday?
Well, you can raid multiple times, you just don't get loot, right?
Okay.
Destruction reigns.
Someone messed that up. We're actually still alive, boys and girls.
The ground shatters.
I believe you. Give me 200 item level, I'll do it. on, guys, get the...
Ground shatters.
Is it really that hard to get the orbs? I kind of messed up my, Oh, people are still alive.
Catastrophic.
Let's see.
Three, two, one.
Well, I got replaced. That's why. I did ask for it in advance, just making that point. I did ask to stop raiding Kata because it's not worth it anymore. And they replaced me kind of like last minute after I had started the stream.
Catastrophic.
So that's what happened.
Do you actually notice a difference when ray tracing is on?
I can show you. There is a difference. It's not like big thing. But
Probably that it just doesn't really affect WoW very much, right?
Your Satan's torment will last forever.
it's shadows. There is a difference. Oh, we might wipe here.
Are you the main tank? No.
There's no such thing as a main tank in Retail 1. There's 2 tanks for
really?
everything.
Okay.
I guess there is a main tank on certain encounters because, you know, someone who's taking the lead, but I feel for most part
There is no redemption for your sin.
For the most part, I feel like it's like you need 2 really good tanks. Like you can't have one that's like better than the other. You need both of them to be on the ball.
Animal surges. How traitorous.
And that's a wipe, boys and girls. No, I haven't killed. I don't care. Like I would have liked to have killed Heroic, but I feel it's just
Your anima.
what it is. So the reason we just wiped there is because people weren't draining the. Okay, so you have the tanks there
Supposed to send you.
on this boss, and that's the reason we wiped. She has these anima tanks that she's constantly filling up throughout the fight. If they reach 100%, we wipe. Like if any of them reaches 100%, we wipe. At 33%, one of her abilities gets buffed dependent on the tank that gets filled. At 66%, you get another buff, and at 100%, you'd literally wipe. So someone needs to drain the tanks, or multiple people need to drain the tanks constantly. The problem is she does lock one of the tanks. She's always going to have one of the tanks locked, and that changes either every 1.4 minutes or every 25% of her HP.
How do you drain the tanks? Is it like a health?
You just
drain,
collect
mana
them,
drain?
but you take damage
Oh,
from it.
okay.
When did they never... You're thinking about the wrong channel there, Pete. You're thinking about the wrong channel. If it's the one I'm thinking about.
I really hate what Twitch culture has done to like chat and stuff.
What's up?
Karazhan Discord, like someone like says something, and like people starts copy pasting it and then like type away.
Be aware, Teo, that I'm streaming right now. So, I mean, just something. And yes.
No, like
Yep.
Like, because it spreads way beyond Twitch, right? It's not actually just in chat now.
Yeah, I know. But I just wanted to let you know that I'm actually currently streaming with the chat on. Just so you're aware.
Alright, it's going to be a copy pasta.
Yeah, it's going to be... You're the next copy pasta.
I will rend your soul.
Oh, it's just because, like, you know, so many people complaining about the shop.
The what?
Like, change the shop items and stuff.
What did they do?
People don't like it, huh?
Well, like, so you can have unlimited bags now for $36.
I think I'm gonna get
I like
those, actually.
that. It's really good.
That's like, I think, well, that's the biggest like pay to win change. Like everything else I'm fine with. Hopefully it just brings more people to the server, more people to recruit from, less risk of server dying.
And are people really annoyed by that? By literal bags that were selling for like 200 gold? I'm sorry, no.
Yeah, well, it's like, it's weird because like the shop XP boosts now stack when they're doing an event. So like over Christmas
okay.
you can get times. But like, who cares? Like, it just means more people are going to level here. Like, more people are going to level alts, they're going to spend more time playing.
Oh my. Yeah.
Oh, good news to me, right?
Those bags don't go live until the 16th, right?
Yeah, it's like 2 days away.
Okay.
I'm just triggered because I bought AP and sold so much of it, I could have held on to that. Because it'd be worth more now.
Ah, yeah.
It's like a bit tilting, but also not the biggest deal. I bought what I needed with it.
I was kind of spending golden time to make 20 slot bags, so that kind of kicked me in the nuts. But I'm actually.
Pete,
I don't
I'm
care.
gonna
Like,
mute
I'm just
you if
happy
you
that we
keep
get bigger
repeating that
bags,
stuff.
because it gives me more
It's
options
the
to do
wrong
things.
channel. If you can't figure that out by the voice alone, you're just.
Yeah, I was talking to
being a
Amber
pig.
about this. Like, it is interesting because, like, say I could go buy 3 of them, and so I have like, what's that, like 150 slots, and I could have all my different gear sets in my bags. But then all it takes is 1 spirit res, and it'll cost me like 50 gold.
Yeah. Don't put yourself in a position where you need spirit res.
It's happened to me twice in Blades Edge Mountains, where like you're in a gorilla platform, you die, you can't get anywhere to the edge of the world without running all the way to Zangarmarsh, and you can't get up to the flight level. I could have sat there for 12 hours.
Wait, you died in a place where you couldn't get to your body?
Yeah, so it was. I think they fixed it now. That happened to me. So if you died on a gorilla, it took you to the nearest graveyard, rather than one that can access your body. So you like, I rezzed pretty much in the middle of Blades Edge Mountains. So I couldn't get to my body. I couldn't run off the edge of the world to like reset myself. Because if you run off the edge of the world, you just res at the graveyard.
Oh my god.
The only way to do that was run all the
hello.
way to Zangarmarsh. Then like that was too tilting, so I just spread raised.
3,
And I put in a ticket being like, this is bullshit.
Sucks, dude.
And I think they fixed it, but like
Yeah.
there is instances where you may have to spread raise. But yeah. I don't have any issues with it. Like people aren't becoming millionaires off the server, right? Like they're just making
If it's literally 200 gold for it.
Your Satan's torment will last
Well, to be
forever.
200 AP, so it'll be if someone's selling AP for 1-to-1. It'll be a lot more. I can be 400 gold to start because there won't be as many people buying it to sell. Like I'll probably buy the bags, but I'll just buy enough AP to buy myself the bags.
No more Firelands, Stefan. No more Firelands. I decided to,
How are you farming gold, Costin? What's your
just do Skulloments.
for Dark Runes?
Dark runes and greens. The greens, actually the greens, the rune cloth and all that, there's like 100 gold. And I can do it like 30-40 minutes. Fill my bags. I'm actually gonna get all my bags, get those big slaughters. Because guess what? I can fill my inventory there. It will actually be really nice.
Are you an enchanter?
Not yet.
So that's the play. You level in alt on a different account now, because now you can multi-box 2 characters. You level enchanting, and then you D all the blues, and then you take over Enunciate's wizard oil business.
If you have rogue with exposed armor, how does warrior
Stay
build
away.
threat? It's perfectly fine, honestly. You still build threat with Devastate. Devastate still does threat. You're just not
I'm
getting
hoping
the
they'll
armor.
allow us to transfer characters off route.
You're just not getting some of the armor debuff, yeah. I think I'm gonna... Can you guys hear me? No. Can you guys hear me?
If you're saying anything for the last like 30 seconds, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I just muted it. I didn't know if I muted. Yeah, I won't play cat.
If I make
anymore.
another alt, I'm definitely making it on another account so I can have myself be tagged around.
Yeah, I just wish they'd allow, if we like, because when I read no multi-boxing whatsoever, no multi-boxing ever, I was like, what's the point putting them on multiple accounts? It's just more shit I have to remember.
Yep.
So now it'd be good if I could transfer it off.
Yeah. Can't you?
There's lots of people complaining, so I reckon they might try to do it. Because you can put your characters on the marketplace now as well.
Mm.
So
Oh, seriously? They did that? Oh my gosh. They're becoming war main.
Yeah.
They really are. That's such a war main thing to do. That's
it is an interesting one because people are doing it anyway. Like people are buying and selling accounts, people are trading accounts.
Yeah, we know people are doing it anyway, but still, it's like
it's not like XD, right? They're gonna like be selling their accounts, and like, you know. And I don't know how you buy it. I don't know if it's only for in-game gold, which hopefully that's what they restricted to. Like it's not real life money trading.
Come on, we both know it's gonna be a real life money trading.
Yeah, but like, because when I first read it, they phrase it as you could exchange characters, not buy characters. So like you can only exchange 170 for another. So like I want to exchange my warlock because I don't like warlock for just like shaman, and like I don't want anything geared. I just want a shaman. I'm able to gear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they like announced it without announcing like the specifics of like this is how it will work. This is what you can do. What comes with it, like, you know, they could do. Oh, we're going to transfer, but you lose all the gear. So like people aren't doing it for the gear. Like, you know, leveling a fresh one to trade for a tier 5 warrior or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you. Let's see.
I will rend your souls!
This raid leader has something. He's refusing me to give me an assist as a tank. I'm like, what?
I find that really tilting.
Destruction reigns!
Wow. It is really I mean, honestly, like, you know, if you can't trust your tanks in a raid to at least mark targets and do pulls, then what's the point, right? Like, I mean, how much of a control freak can you be, right?
Sin consumes your heart!
1.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you don't even have privileges for loot or anything. It's just total control.
You know, people... Okay, we're gonna wipe.
Sin consumes your heart! Destruction reigns!
I think I'm gonna find another raid after this attempt. One, because I don't actually need the boss. Assuming we don't kill it, that is. If we can't let it, it's like whatever, but...
1.
If the raid leader wants to be a Pepega, so can I.
Playing retail person.
Yeah, I'm playing retail. You can check my stream.
The ground shatters!
It wouldn't be so tilting if it didn't matter, believe me.
Are linked!
You know, the thing is, because obviously on retail I'm playing in a pug, so I'm not on a Discord. So me having assist is really important because it allows me to just yell at the other tank if he's not taunting properly. Because a lot of the time on retail, in raids, as a tank, it's really important that the other tank taunts at the right time. Now, sometimes you have to deal with other mechanics, so you're distracted, right? But that's where, if you were on a Discord, your buddy would remind you of it very vocally, or if you have assist, you can literally just quickly type it out that they need to taunt.
I will enjoy wrenching the sin from you.
Okay. I'm just gonna use tank cooldown there.
The ground shatters.
How do you find the boss, Enon?
It reminds me of Gertog Blood Boil.
The extreme version of Gertak Blood Boil, yeah.
Yep.
Your sins torment
Well,
will last
take a good look at it, because we're gonna wipe to this ourselves.
Yeah, I believe it, dude. Gertog's not easy. I remember wiping on him a lot back in the day.
Yeah.
It's just super healing intensive.
Ah, people failed.
Let's hope it's really, really hard.
Why do you want it to be really hard?
I want it to cuck all the other guilds and give us time to catch up.
Yeah, if that's the plan, I think we failed.
There is no redemption for your sins.
Well, no one's killed it yet, other than next day. So.
Well, Memory only went 1 day, right?
Your anima
Have they killed Reliquary now? They were stuck on that for a while.
How can he be stuck on Reliquary after killing everything else? I'm kind of shocked by that. Literally, they didn't change Reliquary.
traitorous scum.
Okay.
Definitely stuck on it for a while. I
Yeah.
think they logged, but I don't think they killed it.
Hots is fine.
Traitorous scum.
It's nothing special, though.
3,
No, I'm not
2,
accepting this.
1.
They changed everything from Italy.
Your anima is mine.
No. Actually, they didn't. Like, there's a lot of things that are very similar. Alarb was pretty much the same fight, for instance.
Traitorous scum.
Memory aren't putting up their logs until they kill stuff. Interesting.
Is at an end.
Did you play on Netherwing Tail?
No, it's my first time doing tier 6 since retail. Like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I've done research and shit, but like, I don't know what's going on. Which makes it really exciting, to be honest.
Hmm.
I did all of this back in original TBC, but I don't remember like a lot of the mechanics until we get there. If I look at a video.
I've done half. I think I've done 4 out of 5 Hydro. And maybe 5 or 6. I don't remember killing Blood Boil, so probably 5 in BT. And this is like all post-nerf shit. Like, I was a mega noob.
Okay, yeah.
I used to raid at like 3:30 in the afternoon on NA guild, in an NA guild. Used to like come home from school to raid.
That's cool. Huh. What time was it when your NA guild when you were raiding? Do you remember? Like in NA times. Was it a super late night guild?
Nah, so New Zealand's like, I think from West Coast, New Zealand's like 5 hours behind, but like a day ahead. So what's that, like a 19-hour time difference? So like 7 p.m. is like 2 p.m. type thing. 7 p.m. NA
Okay.
is 2 p.m. New Zealand. So I think they were like a quite late night guild, maybe like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like the only kid.
I just remember we had an Australian guy in one of my first guilds, and but I was on the West Coast, so and we would raid like kind of early. And he was up like in the morning to raid with us, like kind of like me. He was reverse me.
Yeah, but you're West Coast. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh?
Unless you guys raided real early.
We did. I think we raided like 5 o'clock.
If he's Australian, you add at least 2 more hours to the time difference. So then like 7 p.m. becomes like midday. So.
Maybe it wasn't that early then.
And then if you're West Coast Australia, you add another 2 hours, I think. So it could be like 10 a.m. No, I played on BlackRock because me and my friends were all PvPers. But I didn't enjoy it as much as they did, so I started raiding.
I'm always getting bigger. How you doing? Yeah, mind yourself. Droughts making us better.
All right, here we go. You know, I have to say that for all the trash talk that people give retail for good reason, I might add, that, you know, people, the classic crowd, there's a lot of good things about retail at the moment. Like,
yeah, I don't.
It just, the one big issue though is that the community is very, very toxic in quite a lot of ways. And
That problem with it, and like I don't see an easy way in to like find a guild. Whereas like, for example, when we
you
played...
can find a guild. No, actually, don't worry about finding a guild. There's even a guild finder in the game. Like part of the regular UI. Finding a guild is easy, actually.
That's like organic. Whereas like here, when you're leveling up on like, I know it's like fresh, but like you play with people, like you notice they're either good or like a similar ability to you. You like get on with them, then you might like play with them again. Like often, it's quite organic. Or you because you don't have the cross, like say in Ogrimmar, because there's no like phasing or whatever you call it.
Sharding.
Yeah.
And cross
you
round.
like you see the people and you like see XD and you're like, man, XD is like they're the big guild, cool. And then you like see someone from Memory and they have tier 4 and you're like, okay, well they're like the next best guild. And then you like see like a resist and you're like, okay, that's probably a bit more my tier. Maybe I can apply there. Whereas in retail, you're like, I have no idea if this guild I'm applying for is actually just full of Papagas or they're like real players. You know?
I think the issue in retail is that everything is. Like, certainly what you just described is part of the biggest issue with retail. Like, retail has a lot of good mechanics. Like, gameplay-wise, I vastly prefer retail. Like, the way my class plays, or any class plays. Like, I have a Frost Mage level 60 alt. And 60 is the max level on retail, by the way, right now. I have a Mage alt, and I gotta say, like, I really, really enjoy playing that character. And I really enjoy playing my Paladin as well. So the gameplay, the class gameplay is great, but it's like, I made a video about this saying that WoW is basically a single player game with an optional multiplayer component on retail, because it pretty much is. Even on, and I guess the surprising thing is even on high level mythics, you don't really interact with other people all that much, and I think that's an issue. It's like, it's very lonely, actually, as an experience. And that creates other issues as well, because when you actually do get to content that requires coordination, communication, and all that, people just flat out fail. Because they're not used to it.
Yeah, I think that's a really good thing there. Like, people aren't used to failing. Like,
not used to. They're not. It's not people are not used to failing. Don't think people don't wipe in 5 minutes or not. They do. It's more so people aren't used to communicating with their team members on bosses which require that, right? Or coordinating.
What I mean more is like there's a patience as well.
Yeah,
like,
there is.
I still go in And like sometimes I go in with 3 of us from the guild, and we're gonna do like heroic mech. And we might wipe to something, and it'll just be like you just send a message being like, "This is why we wipe. Don't do this again," and you just go again.
Yeah.
Whereas like that happened a bit in retail, but often there'd just be a vote kick, and it wouldn't be like, "Oh, can you try to do this next time?" And then if you fail that vote kick, they just
there isn't so much vote kicking right now because of Mythic. Everyone is doing Mythic, right? And in Mythic, you don't vote kick people. Because you can't really replace someone in Mythic. At least in Mythic Plus. Like, Mythic 0 is an irrelevancy, basically. You go in Mythic 0 like 1-7. The raid gear on normal is like 200. You go in Mythic 0 with like 165 eye level. So
Right.
Mythic 0 is a joke. Mythic Plus, however, you can't replace anyone because you're on a timer. And the timer is actually pretty strict. So it's like, it's actually really, really easy to fail. So you don't really have time to find someone. You can't just go out and summon someone on a Mythic Plus. So it's like...
But like, people just, they won't necessarily vote kick. They'll just leave.
Yeah,
And,
they will just leave, that's true.
Like when people don't do a timed run, they leave. Whereas like there's still decent rewards, or there can be decent rewards from just finishing it.
Actually, even right now, believe it or not, right now, the way retail is set up, you're right. You're precisely right in what you're saying there, and I've seen so much of that, and it's shocking because I did Mythic +7 and +8 and all that, which failed in the sense of failing the run, but I got 197 gear and all that from that 194. Like, we got gear because we completed the run, right? The difference is you don't get there's a guaranteed the way they changed it, I don't know how it worked before, but there's a vault system, and the vault system is based on your highest mythic dungeons that you complete.
I know how it all works, yeah.
Yeah.
And now you get like a shot, or you get a choice, is it?
Yeah,
So,
you get
like,
the choice, but basically it's like yeah, it's based on the things you've done the best. So for instance, in my vault, let's see if I can open it. In my vault, for instance, I did a Mythic 8. Like for 5 mans, it's counting your best, your best single Mythic, so your highest level Mythic Plus. It gives you a reward with a night level dependent on the highest. Then you have a couple of Mythics. Then you have all the Mythics, and like it averages out the eye level based on how many pluses were you doing. So for instance, for me this week, I want to aim to get all the Mythics done at +7 basically, and I want to clear Nathria on normal. Even though, just to have more choices, but the thing is you can only pick one item as a reward, so you can literally just do a single Mythic on a very high level and still get a guaranteed piece of gear. Maybe not the one you want, but yeah. I think it's a pretty decent system.
Yeah, no, I think it's really good. When I played a bit in BFA, I was just, messing around. My first 2 chests were both weapons. So the first week I was super excited. I was like, this is actually a pretty big upgrade. And then like it's like 20 eye levels higher than my other pieces. The next week I got another weapon, and I was like, oh, no upgrade. Like, whereas like if I had a choice from 2 items, I would take in whatever the other one was. So I think they addressed a pretty big flaw in their system. I don't have a problem with retail. I'll probably end up playing that when I move back to New Zealand, because I can't play private servers. I just think the game, I prefer the older version of the game than I do retail. It's just a completely different game now, I think, in my opinion. But like game design, mechanics, art style, I think they've done good with like maybe bringing back a bit more class identity and like how good they are to play.
I think, honestly, I see a lot of influences from Classic, believe it or not. Like Nathria, if you check my stream, Teo, just understand that this is a room in Nathria, and it's got a balcony that you can actually go to. And it's huge. And the raid is huge. It's probably one of the biggest raids I've gone in ever, really. It's bigger than AQ, I feel. So it's like Blizzard just like, let's make a massive, massive raid. And it feels like a massive raid. And that's really appealing to me. And then you have the gameplay, like for instance, as a prop paladin, right? Well, think of the classic prop paladin or the TBC prop paladin. What do? Well, you consecrate. Consecrate is your main ability, right? And standing in Consecrate is really important in retail right now. Because if you don't stand in Consecrate, you're taking... Like, Consecrate literally reduces the damage you're taking right now on retail.
For the record, by the way, I've only played a little bit. I do have a 60 Paladin.
Yeah, okay.
So one new class I had. But yeah, I do like the synergy that they've done with spells and that kind of stuff. I think it's fantastic. And I think I've told you this before. The fact that like tanks DPS, like it's a rotation. I think that's cool.
You have to worry about it.
It makes it like I think it does make it more engaging to play tank rather than just okay I keep threat and I like you take Khazragul for an example, right? Pretty much just standing there pressing like maybe 3-4 buttons and that's it. Like how boring. And maybe reacting with a Hellstone, a potion, a cooldown, something. Whereas I think tanking's a bit more active, even with like having self healing. I don't know. As I said, I think it's cool. It's got a lot going for it. It's just it's not for me at this point.
I get you.
I think that you say that it's got classic feels, like they've like maybe just learned a bit that the classic had a lot going for it, and there's some game philosophies and design philosophies they can take from it.
I think the fact that one of the highest ranking people in the company actually quit because of... Okay, time to dance.
Take your places for the dance macabre. Boogie down. Shimmy right. Prance forward. Sashay left.
I like, because I haven't been playing, but just like reading about it, I like that people seem to be saying that gear is a bit rarer, so like you don't get a massive upgrade every day.
Well, you can get a lot of gear. The thing is, the thing about it is you don't necessarily care about it because I get a piece of gear. Okay, how useful is that to me? Not really. Like I've gotten to a point where within like 2 weeks I'm more or less
4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry, just a bit of focus on the boss. But I've gotten to a point where I don't need to do any Mythic Zeros anymore, for instance, except for some gloves, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do Plaguefall every week for the gloves that I want, but that's it.
Yeah, but now, like, is it similar to now, maybe a bit faster than, say, TBC, but now you're working on, like, those minor upgrades, or, like, upgrades in certain slots, and it's, like, it's slower, and so now, like, you're going to get a big... Say, if this boss dropped gloves, there was a big upgrade, like, you get that really big satisfaction of, that's a real nice upgrade. And
gear certainly feels... gear certainly feels, like, relevant. Like, it's not just like, oh, yeah, I got the piece of gear, woohoo! How happy! It's not even best of slot because it's not Titanforge or Warforge, right?
Yeah, I never played during that, but holy crap, that sounded AIDS. Because what the thing is at the moment, it's a chance to be socketed, but you can socket it anyway.
Yeah,
you right?
Can. Yeah. And I think it's like it's only certain pieces of gear that can be socketed. I don't really care. Like basically, no one cares right now, unless like you're preparing to Mythic raid. No one gives a shit about that, basically. So it's like the only annoying thing is you have to do a daily grind for the faction that gives you the socket bonus. So that's kind of frustrating. But here's the thing. You do that, it's kind of like farming gold in TBC, right? It is frustrating, it's boring, it's dull. But once you do it, right? You're done. And it's always been the case in WoW's history that there is a grind and you finish the grind.
Yeah, I have no problem with it. At the moment, I do neither wing Gorilla Skitters dailies. Like, gives me a bit of gold, gives me a bit of rep.
You're not the paladin to try to talk about dailies, holy crap, but do I hate them? I really do. Because for me, to farm dailies, it's actually really horrible because like the only thing I'm good at is like dealing with a lot of mobs put together. Then I can kill them quickly. But outside of that, I'm really horrible. It's really slow and tedious.
But like, if you wanted, you could respec on like after raid on Wednesday, and then respec again on Sunday. Like,
the thing is,
if
ret.
you want it,
Yeah. The thing is, ret is not good either. Like ret is actually pretty horrible in its own right. Like, paladins are not good in open world questing. Period. That's just kind of the biggest issue, and I think like it's not just an issue that's existed in TBC or Classic. It's an issue that paladins have always had as a class, I feel, because like even on retail, it is pretty tedious to play in the open world as a red paladin, honestly, or maybe a melee in general. It's an issue. I don't know. It's just like mage. I look like I was leveling a mage, and like mage, I look at the mob, I do a couple of frost bolts, and then my procs are up, and I just spam my ice bolts, and bam, dead. So I know.
it's not a fair druid. Apparently, they're pretty trash.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of one of those sad things actually about like I don't know how applicable this is to raiding, but when it comes to mythic dungeons, if it's not a mage or a hunter or a balanced druid or a rogue, or maybe an enhancement shaman, I just can't be arsed with half the classes in the game for the sake of a mythic dungeon.
Yeah, that's what I guess the later part of the game, like I did lose a lot. Like you might be like, oh, I'll bring the feral druid because he's going to buff my hunter with his crit buff and mark the wild, and the battle res would be nice. Like losing those things, and it just becomes all who does the most damage. Cool, that one. Let's bring that one because you know everyone can interrupt, everyone can stun.
No, not everyone can stun one. And like rogues are actually really good because not because they do high damage. They don't. Well, they do, but they're not the highest DPSers. Like balanced druids would probably beat them in a mythic environment. But the reason rogues are great, and the reason I think the best mythic plus group right now on retail is using 2 rogues and 2 mages, is because actually stunning and interrupting stuff is important. And rogues are really, really good at that. Like, it's really important for mythic pluses to stun stuff because there's a lot of dangerous abilities.
Dear guests and vile intruders, take your places for the dance macabre.
Okay.
Sashay left.
Do you like my dance moves, Ian?
Forward.
I don't see. Oh, now I see you moving.
We gain a 3% haste buff for everything we do correctly here.
Enough. Your spastic gyrations sicken me.
Classic is it's like a council fight.
4.
Yes, this is a council fight, yes.
1.
What the hell are those guys doing? The Macarena?
Nuts. What the fuck?
4.
What?
3. 4. 2. 3.
What did he say, Ian?
1.
I said, what are those guys doing? The Macarena?
We're dancing.
Yeah.
If we fail the dance, we get the debuff. If we succeed the dance, we get the haste buff.
Okay.
I'm dead.
3.
Pro.
2. 1.
I miss Hagen dance where if you mess up, you die.
Did you guys watch that hour-long Hagen?
No, I don't have enough time in my life.
I don't think I have it in me to watch that hour-long Hagen.
Well, I didn't actually watch it for like the whole movie. I skipped through a bunch of it, but I still watched it.
The only thing I thought was, what would I do? Would I have logged out and just said, well, if you kill it, good luck, see you later, boys?
And that's what a lot of people did. I was reading the chat from time to time. People were like, I'll be back, I'm taking a shower.
Where's the healing on me? Holy crap. Yeah. I don't think we have the healing for this. What's going on here?
What I do really love about retail is all the cool add-ons that exist in the game. There's so much quality of life that I've seen. Like I was watching Scripe's stream the other day, and like they had a map of like each boss's room that you could like draw and like put on icons and shit, and then just like share that. Just blew my mind.
That's really cool.
It's just quality of life, right? Like you're gonna go do that in like paint or some shit anyway. Like you're just keeping it in game.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are quality of life on retail. It's one of honestly, there's no reason why you can't have add-ons like that for old versions of WoW, but just no one cares about like private servers, right? But Classic has some really good add-ons as well.
Well, it's because based off the
Yeah.
Legion, so it's a bit easier for people to.
Well, the API has been very advanced for a while, actually. I think it was Kata that they got it advanced, because you have like pretty advanced boss mods available for Cataclysm, for instance. I can speak from experience here.
Yeah, I've never like developed or asked or been involved in add-on development. I just see it and I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, I think Bane has. So we'll see. I mean, it's really annoying to not have good timers for bosses, especially on stuff that you have no indication of when it's going to happen otherwise. Like, for instance, on retail, there's a lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily need DBM for. DBM is just, like, basically more like, I guess you could say, retard check, really. Really?
Yeah. It's one of those things that, like, imagine if we had perfect timers on TBC.
A lot of it would be so much easier, right?
Which, then, like, does it need to be easier, or is it probably the right amount of challenge? So, it's like an interesting one. It is hard with TBC because most of the bosses' abilities are cooldown based, not timer based.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because the thing is, like, the game in retail now is designed a little bit around the boss mods. Like, everyone's going to know exactly when the boss is doing stuff, so you then have to make them more complex.
I don't think the game is completely designed around boss mods, to be honest. I think, actually, I mean, I know that there's a lot of complex abilities, but I don't necessarily think that Blizzard is thinking, oh, everyone's going to have a boss mod. On Mythic, yes. Absolutely.
Sorry, I need to interrupt. Does anyone know someone that has Alliance characters or people on, like, Alliance that can message?
That's Bane.
There's a badge on for 2100 on Alliance auctions.
You want to get your badge, eh?
I just want to over with it, man. Like, I'll pay more now. Like, I'll pay 2500 if I have to. He's raiding, isn't he? It's Monday. Fuck.
Streaming though, is he?
Is he? He might be finished with the raid. No, probably won't, because...
Don't they do like alt raids, raid 2 and raid 5 and raid 64 and all that shit?
Dead.
Oh no, he is streaming.
Yeah. This group is good enough.
It's rip.
Everyone, find your partners.
They're not healing me enough. They really aren't healing me enough. I mean, I get it. It's not an easy fight to heal. How many healers do we have, even?
Uh-oh. He's mad.
Stick with me.
They're running back. They all wiped in Naxxramas and he's telling people that they didn't look at the spreadsheet.
Yeah, I'm done with that. I think I gave the raid leader enough chances to correct that, and he didn't.
Yeah, fuck world buffs, man. I take that. I take any retail shit over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, with you there, and I'm not a retail fan.
It's not. Yeah,
I would
that's
rather
not enough.
try and get into retail than go back to world buffing.
There's 2 on the auction house. There's 3 on the auction house here, and 1's like a good price.
Did you get a boo-boo?
I like this raid setup. I don't tolerate failure.
How does Alliance have so many of these badges? I don't understand. Like 3 sold on Zedif, 2k gold. They now have 3 more up there, and there's still only 1 guy selling it on Horde.
Alright, let's see if this group is going to be any good better than the last one.
You a builder or a breaker?
Okay, we're going. Alright, 2 to 6. Might be pushing it, but could work. Could work very, very well. Welcome, welcome everyone that's joining. Very happy to have you all here. Can anyone that's watching this explain to me what's so hard from a DPS perspective on Council of Blood? I understand what's hard from a healing perspective. I'm seeing that raid HP, but yeah. All right. That's the second food buff that I waste.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You were not on the guest list!
Oh well, I'm gonna log off. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later,
See ya.
man.
Everyone, find your partners or die.
Alright, she's almost 50% already. But I don't know, the healers are being stressed out a lot.
Everyone, find your partners or die.
Dear
Shit.
guests and vile
Oof.
intruders, take your place.
That was very, very close.
Dance Macabre. Shimmy right. Sashay left. Shimmy right. Sashay left.
Enough! Your spastic
4,
gyrations
3,
sicken me.
2, 1. Four, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1.
Healer is dead. How did he die?
4, 3, 2,
Oh,
1.
great.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Stick with me. You know heroine, but I know rebel.
Yeah, it's kind of dance club. Believe it or not, this is one of the hardest bosses in the instance. So it's amusing, but it is what it is, right?
Sashay left! Prance forward! Enough! Your spastic gyrations
4,
sicken me.
3,
Everyone,
2,
find your
1.
partners or die.
4, 3, 2, 1. Four, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1.
You've been followed. That's all that that's yourself.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I suggest you guys start taking bets on how many raids I'll have to go through before I can actually kill the boss. I admit it's starting to get on my nerves, really. Hello, hello, hello. We wiped. That's what happened. We failed. New group. Move on. Welcome to retail. Okay. More trash. Woohoo! Lovely. Fun times. No, it's not just wipe, KJ. It's group disband. That's what literally happened. As I said, welcome to retail. I am not leaving this raid until I've killed the Nathrias. If I have to join a guild discord, so be it. I would rather not do that for a number of reasons, but one of which is they probably wouldn't appreciate me streaming that, and I would have to make some changes to fix that. But I will get the Nathrias down tonight. I don't care if I have to stay until 3 a.m. This is gonna happen. I need the break after killing this boss. So, retail is fun. Yeah, it's really fun. The only problem is the other players. The actual gameplay is fun, The mythics are fun, the bosses are fun, the class gameplay, the class design. I think the balance is completely out of whack, but we expected that going into Shadowlands, the balance was going to be broken. I mean, when Blizzard introduces a patch which just basically reads, tanks get 10% flat out threat, I'm like, I've never seen Blizzard implement such sweeping, massive damage and healing changes in patches, like 50% damage, 50% healing, something like that. Plus, minus, like, it's like a lottery these days. But yeah, I'm pumped. Might just be the Red Bull I've been drinking. Did it give me wings? Yeah, maybe it did. Maybe it did. I don't know, I was feeling so tired for so many days, and then it's like, can of Red Bull before every raid. Done. Well, it's a bit more than that. It's not even the sugary version. I've deliberately avoided that. Red Bull with sugar is a bad thing, because sugar actually tires you eventually. Spike of energy, then loss. Okay, let's see over here. Yeah, welcome to all of you. I'm hoping to clear all of it tonight on normal, maybe even try some heroics, depend on how fast I can do it. I think I'm trying to push it a bit with heroics this week, but certainly next week I'll be doing heroics since I no longer have the same concerns. No more Cataclysm. That's done. Why don't I play Wrath? Because Wrath is a boring, trash version of the game. And I'm quite serious in that. I've played Wrath. I played it on retail. I played it on a private server. And the same issues crop up. The issue with Wrath is that it only has one good raid, one decent raid. The good raid is Ulduar, the decent raid is ICC. Some good bosses in ICC, but overall it's just a decent, okay raid. Certainly not the kind of raid you want to spend half a year farming. The worst part about ICC is when you're trying to progress Lich King Aruga, and every week you have to do everything up to him.
Thank you both for attending. The ball would not be as grand without you.
Think nothing of it, darling. As long as the wine flows, you will have my attention. Oh, don't be such a bore. If you behave, perhaps I will let you skewer a few of the waitstaff.
The skill in Wrath. No, it's not. Oh, we're going. Where are we? Fine. Let's save the DK. The Demon Hunter, actually. Oh, we have some DPS, ladies and gentlemen. That's some real pumpers. Patrol, 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 patrol! TBC can be harsh. I have to admit. I think that's the perspective you gain as a player the more you play it. I know, I think I'm getting close to a point where, although TBC is my favorite expansion and probably will remain so, that I'm just kind of tired of it, really. Boom. I like that meteor just coming in, wiping the floor with him. Alright, much HP. I actually get the feeling we're just gonna destroy the bosses, really. That's the issue with the old versions of WoW. But it's also an issue in Wrath. I don't know. And by the way, it's an issue in retail, so I don't know what to say. It's like, do you think anyone's gonna bring a feral DPS? I can tell you this as someone who's done Mythic +8 and +9. No. You will not bother with the feral DPS. I think the only melee DPS right now that I've seen... I think there's only 2 melee DPS that are really good right now in Mythic Plus. And it's at the moment. The balance... Okay, please. Yeah. I think the balance of the game is completely broken in Shadowlands. There is no melee DPS in TBC. By the way, for all of you watching that might be interested in Burning Crusade, don't be surprised if all the top guilds end up with a full range DPS. Alright, we're gonna get going. So, this is what, raid number 4 or 5? Tonight, guys? Make your bets. Place your wages. Let's see if we succeed or not. Whether or not this raid will wipe hard or if it actually has a chance of success. I don't know. I think the DPS is certainly a bit more decent than what I've seen so far. Monk pumping. This run, I feel it. Do you feel it? I don't know. If that ends up happening bad, it's fine. But there is no chance that's going to happen. None. I'll tell you why. Seed of corruption. It would have to be completely broken. So, I'm just going to... Okay, we're going.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You were not on the guest list!
Ooh, I wasn't on the guest list, everyone. Must be insulted. How horrible. How terrible. I'm ruining their party. Come on, break the immunity. Come on. Don't be Pepegas. I got one stack. There's the second. Gonna use a cooldown there. It's very... Hold on. There's no healing intense if I'm not buying it. You're gonna get hit.
Dear guests and
Oh, he's gonna avoid it.
Take your places.
Let's dance!
For the dance, Macabre.
The dance is here, boys.
Shimmy right.
3% haste.
Sashay left.
6% haste. I'm such a good dancer. Look at this.
Boogie down.
9% haste.
Prance forward.
12%. Boom. Let's go.
Enough. Your spastic
4,
gyration
3,
sickened.
2, 1, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Or die.
Must be a hell of a dance. Taunt, 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 taunt. Kill that, kill that. Kinda shit, but healers are doing a good job at... Ooh, that's close.
You will always be beneath me.
Clearly. I'm not moving.
Everyone, find your partners or die. Everyone to the dance floor.
Oh, crap. I might have just... We're doing fine.
Set formation for the dance Macabre. Sachet left. Prance forward. Shimmy right. Shimmy right. Stop this nonsense. You have disgraced this gathering long enough. Everyone to the dance floor!
4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 4, 2, 1. 1. Four, 3, 2, 1.
We're doing this. You know, chat. How are you feeling, chat? Think we're gonna make it? Certainly the best attempt I've been in so far. Come on, come on.
What kind of strategy was that?
Did you just... Yep. Oh no. Well, I guess I'm alive. And I can remove the debuffs.
Our final song has begun. Everyone, dance until you die. Everyone, find your partners or die.
Oi! Be a brick and don't tell me.
Fun raid, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta dance. I kind of messed it up.
Is there work to be done? A steward's job is never done.
Yeah. I am not joining their Discord. Besides, I don't even need to because my stuff is very, very easy to sort out. Alright, some net issues. Yeah. The entire gear set is from Warlords of Draenor. The belt is just one I got from Nathria. The shield is from Legion. The weapon is from Shadowlands, actually. The armor, however, is all Warlords of Draenor. All right.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You were not on the guest list!
Everyone, find your partners! Or die! Jedi, set formation for the dance macabre.
187.
Boogie down. Sachet left. Prance forward. Boogie down. Stop this nonsense. You have disgraced this
4,
gathering long enough.
3, 2, 1. Four, 3, 4, 2.
All right, the DPS is certainly there.
1. Four, 3, 2, 1. Four, 3,
Everyone,
2,
find your
1.
partners or die. What kind of strategy was that? Everyone, find your partners or die. Come, friends, dance until you bleed. Everyone, find your partners or die.
Dear guests and vile intruders, take your places for the dance macabre. Shimmy right. Sachet left. Prance forward. Shimmy right.
Always getting bigger. How you doing?
Four, 3, 2, 1. 4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 4. 1, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm kind of getting to the point. See, there's a bit of a problem with relying with the Discord in a pug. I mean, Discord is obvious, voice chat is a benefit. But not if you're in with a group of complete strangers. It's good in an organized pug, in the sense that you have, you know, leadership, structure, etc., right? Not just group of random people in a pug where the raid leader couldn't think about even getting a single combat reser. Logic. Just saying.
Five, 4, 3.
Yeah, it's not.
2, 1.
How dare you invade my property in such dreadful attire?
Dreadful attire. That's all you can think of?
Everyone, find your partners or die. Attention! Set formation for the dance macabre!
Okay.
Boogie down! Prance forward! Boogie down! Prance forward! Stop this nonsense! You have disgraced this gathering long enough!
4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2,
Everyone,
1.
find your partners! Or die!
How did they die?
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Everyone, find your partners! Or die! What kind of strategy was that? Ugh. Everyone, find your partners! Or die! Come, friends! Dance until you bleed!
Okay, he just stood there.
Dear guests and vile intruders, take your places for the dance macabre. Shimmy right! Sashay left! Shimmy right! Sashay left! Enough! Your spastic gyrations sicken me.
4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everyone to the dance floor!
Well, that's it for that raid for me. I'm kind of done. Seriously, who builds a raid setup in a raiding environment without combat reses? It's pretty decent, actually. People are pretty decent. They have good damage. There's good healing, all that. But it's like the raid setup is what? No warlock, no DK, no druid. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Find your partners or die.
But yeah. I mean, it was a pretty troll attempt when 2 people died very quickly. That was a waste of our time to even try. We should have just wiped early on. I'm out. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
I got what you need.
I have more, because keep in mind, this is, I'm Europe, so. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I'm gonna take a bit of a break now. It's it's a lot of attempts. Oh man, I think you need nerves. You need a lot of patience to deal with heroic raiding or or just raiding in general these days in this. I agree with that, Tajik. I actually think, like, There is certainly a time investment, but I think it does get exaggerated. I'm gonna go to the store to buy some Shadow Core oil. And then I'll try and find a Mythic, but first I'm gonna take a bit of a break and then 5-10 minutes, something like that, to do some stuff. Honestly, I don't know. It's just frustrating, I gotta say. Like just how the thing that really irks me is the so-called raid leaders, the people making these groups together. That's actually something that really irks me. Like, look, I personally don't want to make a group for it because I know I don't know what's needed, and I don't have the time right now to actually study every boss to figure out how to raid lead them. But the guys making these groups, yeah, it's only normal. That is only normal. That's not heroic, that's not mythic. That is not the difficult content. And yet still people fail so hard. So yeah. I think part of the problem, which I was talking with my guildies earlier in the stream, is retail creates... retail, because so much of it is pretty brainless, really. You're doing a rotation, avoiding some very simple mechanics. When you have something more complex, people just flat out fail. And the biggest issue is people... Because in Mythic, you only... Even in Mythic Plus, really, you're not really playing with other people. You're mostly just, you know... You could as well just be playing with bots for the value that other people are bringing and the impact that they're having. Like, you literally could just have, like, 4 bots in a Mythic Plus. But in raids, that's not the case. You need coordination. You need people to actually care about the mechanics. And you need to handle those mechanics together. And the problem is people are not used to it. They have no training whatsoever. Be it in leveling, dungeons, Mythic Plus, doesn't matter. They have no training whatsoever. And then they just get thrown in raiding. And it's like people wonder why a lot of the raids are awful. It's like, yeah, there's why. This is literally why. If you don't give people an experience where people actually need to talk together, coordinate and stuff, genuinely coordinate, even if it's on a simplistic level, because we're not talking rocket science at the end of the day. Even if it's on a simplistic level, if you don't have that throughout the entire rest of the game, unless it's like something like Mythic 9 or 10, which is equivalent to heroic rating anyway, unless you if you don't have that, then the rest of the game, except for some very narrow experiences, you're just gonna get a bunch of people that don't know how to handle it. And this is the case. Like, it's not the DPS in a lot of these failed runs I've been in. It's not the DPS. It's not the healing. It's not the tanking. It's not the gear. It's not the consumables or lack thereof. It's genuinely just that lack of communication, coordination, people being able to handle that, people paying attention to it, people being vocal, people responding to it. That is an issue. And it's not just an issue because, oh, you've been playing in raids without Discord. Yeah, sure, that might have helped. Or it might have made it a lot worse if I had. But anyway, be right back 10 minutes. All right, let's give this this one an attempt. Oh, I think I realized why my GPU is screaming at me, because I had all this time I had ray tracing on. I've been wondering over the last couple of days exactly why my GPU is screaming, because this is not a very intensive game, is it? But now it's is. Now that's a hunter named Garoshe. Very, very interesting. Guess that's one way to get past the name filter. Alright. I guess we're about to get going. Well, that druid, that monk is certainly fast. Swirly, 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 turly. You know, I gotta say, the cloth set piece probably looks the best out of all of them, doesn't it? Though the leather one isn't too bad either.
Come forth, catalyst of change. Hello, Walker. Come closer, my new friend. Darkest greetings, Walker. Ah, our potential savior of the Shadowlands has arrived. The master hoarded anima, lied, threw me into the maw. All of that I respect, but setting the jailer free, oh, too far. I miss the good old days. When we were all just trying to destroy each other for power.
Yeah, when we were just murdering psychopaths. I guess that is a valuable point. But being a murdering psychopath is perfectly fine or legitimate. It's just releasing the jailer. That's where I draw the line. Okay, Prince Renafal. I still don't get the relation between the anima drought and what the Nathrius is doing. How did... I guess the Nathrius shut down the Arbiter, and without souls going to the various Shadowlands, without new souls, they weren't able to get anima? Is that it? Or is there more to it? Am I missing something? Could be. Could be all of those. What can I say? Just waiting for everyone to get here, though. All right.
Thank you both for attending. The ball would not be as grand without you.
Think nothing of it, darling. As long as the wine flows, you'll have my attention.
I do not share your love for these frivolities. I prefer my gatherings on the battlefield.
Oh, don't be such a bore. If you behave, perhaps I will let you skewer a few of the wait staff.
Alright, let's get going.
Five.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
How dare you invade my party in such dreadful attire!
Oh, the DPS is certainly there.
Everyone, find your partners or die!
Dear guests and vile intruders, take your places for the dance macabre. Prance forward. Boogie down. Sashay left. Prance forward. Enough! Your spastic gyrations sicken me.
4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2,
Everyone,
1.
find your partners or die!
beneath me. Ugh.
Everyone, find your partners, or die! Come, friends, dance until you bleed! Everyone, find your partners, or die! Come, friends, dance until you bleed!
Like if someone's left eye to see the realms you've seen.
Okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You were not on the guest list!
Everyone, find your partners! Or die!
Dear guests and vile intruders, take your places for the dance macabre. Boogie down! Sashay left! Prance forward! Boogie down! Enough! Your spastic gyrations sicken.
3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Or die! Everyone, find your partners! Or die!
You will always be beneath me. Ugh.
There is no hard enrage on this boss. There is, however, a passive enrage, which is the AoE. And I'm gonna leave this group. I am so sick and tired of this, and I should learn my lesson to try and do it. Is a really stupid idea right now with all of this AoE for people to just keep insisting on this crappy raid setup. I'm just done. The reason it's bad is because, look, healing is very intensive. You're not going to have the damage to push the boss, so you benefit from that extra DPS. You might as well go with 2, 3, 5, or 2, 4, 8, or something along those lines, right? Because you're going to get more from that kind of raid setup than you would otherwise. You're going to have so much smoother time. Now, I'm going to try and find a group, hopefully one that either has... Now, it isn't too big of an issue with larger raid sizes. Like, I think 3 or 4 healers can handle it. Well, like the 2 3 9s, the 2 4, what is it? The 2 4 14, whatever is. Anyway. So I think that's something that's more manageable, but with just 2 healers, no. Every group that I've been, that's been with two healers has been a complete bloody mess. Every single one.
I have many, many wares. Let's find the shinies.
All right. All right, let's get going.
How dare you invade my party in such dreadful attire?
Okay.
Everyone, find your partners or die.
Oh, DPS is nice.
guests and vile intruders. Take your places for the dance macabre. Boogie down. Shimmy right. Prance forward. Boogie down. Enough. Your spastic
4,
gyrations
3,
sicken me.
2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Four, three, two, one.
Everyone, find your partners or die.
You will always be beneath me. Ugh.
Everyone, find your partners or die. Everyone to the dance floor.
And dead. Did I just mess up? Hold on. It was melee and yeah.
Everyone, find your partners or die. Come, friends, dance until you bleed.
Which bosses sent you?
Yeah, it's a wipe. We either don't have enough DPS. I think the problem is DPS wise, getting the required DPS is gonna be pretty tough. Getting the required music is pretty nice. Really nice, in fact. Gives a really good feel to the fight. Alright, let's stop memeing and get going again. Alright. I mean, I don't know. In all of these raids, I felt the healing as a tank has been pretty weak. I mean, it is unfair to criticize healers when they are being put in a pretty awful position, though. That's no Paladin. Drunk pug raiding? I don't know. That sounds I guess it is better for your own psyche. Is that a Volpera in the fairy transmog? Eek. Eek. That's the most despicable thing I've seen in WoW. I just kind of realized what exactly the raid leader is. That's like, and that's the raid leader though. Holy crap. Oh, he's here. Look at that, the abomination. Drinking is bad for your health.
You a builder or a breaker?
Oh dear. If only. Just look at it. It's like the spawn of Satan. And wow. Point taken, Bandit. Point taken.
How dare you invade my party in such dreadful attire? Everyone, find your partners or die.
Dear guests and vile intruders, take your places for the dance macabre.
Here we go.
Sachez left. Shimmy right. Shimmy right. Prance forward. Enough. Your spastic gyration sickens.
4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3,
Everyone,
2,
find
1.
your partners or die. Everyone, find your partners or die.
You will always be.
Oh, come on. What are you doing? What is that? Got him.
Everyone, find your partners or die. Everyone to the dance floor.
Why would you stand so close to the tanks? I have no idea.
Everyone, find your partners or die. Come, friends, dance until you bleed.
Yeah, I'm calling this raid here. Not good enough. I feel like you would need to have some really, really high DPS to...
We're open for business.
It's just kind of depressing, really, isn't it? So many attempts. Let me try find some groups or some other stuff.
Let's find Chinese.
Who are we going to kill today?
Alright, gonna try finding.
Which boss has sent you?
Always must write one shot raid and Mythic leader. Maybe. Maybe I should. I don't know. Okay. Some issues, but whatever, right? Don't know what's up with that. I genuinely think we need... next week I'm forming my own pugs, but... or I'm at the verge of just skipping this boss completely for this particular week, because... it's not... like, the loot is good for me, the boots... the neck would be whatever, but boots would be really nice, right? If I got them. But seriously, I'm really at the point of just like, I'm done. Because a lot of people just can't handle this particular boss. They really, really can't.
Thank you both for attending. The ball would not be as grand without you.
Think nothing of it, darling. As long as the wine flows, you'll have my attention.
I do not share your love for these frivolities. I prefer my gatherings on the battlefield.
Oh, don't be such a bore. If you behave, perhaps I will let you skewer a few of the waitstaff.
Okay. Let's get going. Let's make it happen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You were not on the guest list!
This boss certainly will be interesting on Mythic.
Everyone, find your partners or die. Everyone, find your partners or die.
Dear guests and vile intruders, take your places for the dance macabre. Sashay left! Shimmy right! Boogie down! Prance forward! Enough! Your spastic gyrations sicken me.
Four, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, 3.
How did those two die though anyway?
Four, 3, 2,
Everyone,
1.
find your partners or die. Everyone, find your partners or die.
You will always be beneath me. Ugh.
Everyone, find your partners or die.
Always getting bigger. How you all doing? Yeah, mind yourself.
me to help? Yes? Welcome, friend. Yoo-hoo! Is there work to be done? Sweep, scrub, fix, make, never complain. Never. But one day, maybe fly. Fly sounds fun.
All right.
Hello. Goodbye, my friend.
Let's get going.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Splendid! A battle to win! Everyone, find your partners! Or die! Everyone, find your partners! Or die!
Dear guests and vile intruders, take your places for the dance macabre! Prance forward! Sashay left! Shimmy right! Boogie down! Enough! Your spastic gyrations sicken me.
4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Four, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Four, 3, 2,
Everyone,
1.
find your partners! Or die!
bosses sent you.
That's disappointing. The DPS isn't there. You won't do it. Right, I certainly think that's gonna be enough for tonight, to be honest, with regards to Nathria. This boss, you need good DPS, you need good healing, and in all of the groups, well, there's been some groups that had one or the other, none that had both, and that is a bit of a problem. But yeah, that's just what it is. Questine here, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and enable notifications. Thank you all for watching. Very much appreciated as always, guys. And stay tuned for more. Tomorrow, I'm just going to do Mythic dungeons, I think. If I can find some good Nathria groups, I will. But I think I'm just going to try and get my key